Greetings, folks. This is a breakdown of uh, Euro USD, Euro JPY. Sorry, Euro JPY. This is a breakdown of Euro JPY trade. I shared this trade, I think, last week before last, second week of January. I think that was on the 7th or 10th. I think something like that. Let me check when I share. Okay, that was, I think, around 7 or 10. I shared this trade on the Telegram channel. And please, not to make this video long, I will go straight to the point. And for the record, I'm not editing this video, so anything that you are hearing is purely recorded. I'm not editing anything. No sound will be removed. Everything will be clear. And again, for those who are asking why am I using phone, I'm using phone for a case of those. There's a lot of traders in the industry who don't have laptop, and they think that maybe till they have laptop before they can. No, you can use your phone. As far as your phone can access internet, you can still use your phone. I have laptop, I have phones, I have um iPad. So I choose to use the phone because I first started using phone when I started learning about Forex. I use phone for more than 3 years. So I know very well about using the phone to do my analysis. Yeah, you might be hearing noise, but like I told before, I'm not editing this video. So at the end of this video, I will be adding the result that I actually took this trade. A lot of people think that maybe I don't trade live. I check it. I traded this trade on my personal account and also on my profile account. So at the end of the video, I will show you the result. So let's go. How I got this trade. Very simple. My way of doing my own top-down analysis. So let's just go straight forward. Let me delete all these things. Everything. I'll do everything. Start this thing from scratch. I promise this video will not pass after 9 minutes or 10 minutes. So I pray I should not talk much. So now let's go. We'll start from the weekly, as we are normally start from weekly or daily, and weekly or monthly. Each of them have their own rules. So now, what I normally do is that as the market is like this now, we start from we normally start from the weekly time frame. So what I normally do is that I look for what I call the candle signs. So I'm not using the monthly, I'm using the weekly. So now you can see this weekly candle, it broke like this weekly candle. Like if you have been watching my video, you understand what I'm trying to say here. This weekly candle on the December 15, and this weekly candle close with a body. You can see it close with a body with this previous candle. So what I need to do was to shade this candle. I know that the upper wick that is coming, price will be bullish, and you can see that this is one of the things I like about swing trading. You started monitoring this trade since I started monitoring it since December, but look at when I traded this trade is December, and this trade I used to pass my profile account. So now what I need to do on this weekly past previous week, I look for my order flows. Order flows are like what are my order flows? Demand, fair value gap, and supply. If it's a sell, is supply. If it is a buy, I look for my demand or supply. The same thing, both beside. So now we have a fair value gap. This is a fair value gap. So if I have a fair value gap, that means this trade is valid. If I do not see any fair value gap on that particular trade, I'm not trading. Okay, that trade is not valid. So now we have a fair value gap here. But price came to the fair value gap. You can see price just came to the fair value gap. But price did not hold. But look at this demand zone. The first candle that created the the fair value gap is my demand zone. That is your demand zone. So I mark this candle, the demand zone. I also mark the fair value gap. But price did not respect the fair value gap, which is my order flow. So price respected the demand order flow. So I mark that one and I filter it. I just want to watch. So now this is the daily time frame. So all I need to do is go to my entry time. Sorry, I'm using a free version of the Telegram. Sorry, a free version of the trading view. That's why you see those adverts that is coming. So now, all I need to do is to wait for price to give me a confirmation on this my demand. This is my pure eye. I don't do much of my analysis. This is very simple way I do my analysis. Okay, I don't want to explain much. That's why, because I've been doing my other videos. But this time I'm going straight to the point. I know I'm talking too much. Sorry. So now we just go to the entry time frame, which is 1 hour. But I've already filtered that 1 hour. I don't mostly use 1 hour. I use the 2 hours, because the 2 hours is the middle of 1 hour and 4 hours. So I use that one as my best time frame. So what I normally do, I go for my A plus setup trade, and this trade has a lot of things in common. I don't want to add all them. Has what is called psychological levels and all those stuff. Those are other things that I check, but that's for another day. That is between me. So what I check now is the confirmation trade on this my zone. And I already in my other video I explained the confirmation trade on. I explained my type of confirmation trade, my patterns is like this. From single under my point of interest, I need something like this to form. Single, swing high, single, then price shift character. I price shift in structure or change of character. This is stop on. So now you wait for price to come and either fair value or your order block, boom. Or you wait for something like sometimes it might not hit your order block, price will still come back take it. This is my one. This you see, there's the two pattern I marked there. This is one of the pattern also. There a lot. So all I need to do is just to wait for price to confirm, to give me that confirmation, and also my trend line. I can see my trend line. This trend line make the trade a plus setup. This is my trend line. It make this trade a plus setup trade. It make this trade to be a plus setup trade for me. So this one is my trend line, one of the best that I use, one of the confluence that I use. So price now give me this confirmation. You can see the confirmation here. I'm trying much as possible not to make this video long. So sorry if you think that maybe I'm fasting or it's for the sake of you. Many of you say the video is too long, so that's why I'm trying to make it short. So now this is my price. First of all, broke structure, like broke structure to the downside. You see, price broke structure to the downside first. But I call that one as stop on, not break structure. That is the stop on. But you close with the week. Then price now move to break structure or change character or market shift in structure. You can see this is a shift in structure. And this is my valid, that place is valid swing high because it's up to 3 candle retracement. Even I did not use that one, I can still use this one. It broke this structure, break this one. This is a major structure, then you also break this minor structure. So you can see this is a major structure. So price already giving me that confirmation that I need. Okay, that confirmation that I need. So where do I enter? Where is my entry point? Fair value gap or my I normally use fair value gap or what I call my own type of order block. You know, the candle that take out that stop on mostly time is my order block. You can see this candle, see this black candle that's that make the stop on. Yeah, that place is one of the best type of entry zone you can enter. So I use string to determine where I will enter. So in short form, I use the fair value gap or the order block. But one of the best that I use is my Fibonacci tools. Even though you don't know how to mark, use this Fibonacci. Fibonacci is one of the best entry level you can use. So I mark my Fibonacci tool from the swing low to the swing high. You wait for price to start retracing at least 3 candles before you draw this your Fibonacci tool. So the Fibonacci is one of my best that I normally use. So now when I mark this my Fibonacci tool, I want to check if price is between if the Fibonacci is between those my entry point, either fair value gap or the other block. You can see price is on the fair value gap. That's the price here on the fair value gap and the candle. So all of them is fixed. So I mark this fair value gap as my entry point. That is one of the places that I enter the price. That is the place that I enter this price. Fair value gap. I see. I mark the fair value gap out there. You can enter any place, you still make your money. Okay, like my students, I teach them how to use any of these to enter, but sometimes most of them confuse. But that is for not everybody will catch it. So now this is where I then you mark it. Your TP should be around there. That's where your TP should be. Then I have almost 2 TP though on this particular trade. 2 TP. So this is where I was mostly targeting the two. But I don't normally set 2 TP. Is that for me sometimes I just like to give the market some space. If price reach this first one, I can just close my trade automatic if I'm watching the trade. Sometimes I don't normally target this one although. So I just that place is too high, it's for greedy people, but that's where the market is going. But this is your right TP. This is the right TP for me that I wanted because if I'm using my trend line, to trade, if I'm using my trend line as my A plus setup trade confirmation also, this first starting of the trend line is my TP, or you can use the middle. When I say you can use the middle, you can use this one also. You can use here as a TP, but I choose to use here as my TP. But I was so full of to enter this market on full. So I'm making this video long. Sorry guys. I know you are not impressed with the way I'm teaching, but that's how I talk. So I keep my SL below there. You must keep your SL below the swing low. So this is my first TP. This is the main TP, although this is what I share on the group. Okay, this is what I share on the Telegram group and the trade placer. I'll share the screenshots before and after and the result that I took the trade. So this is the main trade. It was four RR though. Maybe I'm just misled. It was 4 RR. Yeah. 4 RR trade. But I was still targeting this place. I did not close the trade there. I was still targeting those trade there. So I closed the trade at least 5 RR, 5 point something RR. That was main trade I trade. I'll show you the screenshot. So this is how I got this trade. You can see how the price is misbehaving also. This drop down was caused by news, and I believe by next week or after price still goes up, but I don't know. Out of this trade. That's it. So if you have any question, you can just drop on the comment section. I know I rushed to explain this thing. I rushed to it, but I believe next time. Sorry, maybe next trade I'll come back. I have other trade that I took last week. All of them. Let me show you guys most of the trade I was holding last week. Okay. USD card. This was another trade that I took last week. I hold this trade for more than 1 week, but it hit my TP this week. Sorry, this week that was on Thursday or Wednesday. Yeah, this was the other trade. You can see this was the other trade. Then I also have another one. That one this year I've took about 3 trades so far. Trade. So this was the other trade. This is the other trade. Maybe I've deleted it, I don't know. But this is the other trade. Yeah. You can see the price is still going down. I was supposed to explain this particular trade. Yeah, but I choose not to explain this one. But this is another trade. This was the trade that I was supposed to explain today. Nevertheless, all of them are still the same thing. They're still the same process. The same process. You can see. Let me just show you something from the weekly time frame. The same thing. I will not delete anything from the weekly time frame. You can see. Then we go to the daily. You can see that I use the fair value gap or demand zone to mark out as my POI. You can see this one I use the supply zone because the fair value gap did not hold it, but the supply zone hold the trade. So I move to my 2 hours to do the confirmation trade, and you can see boom bam. Everything is very simple. It's simple, but it's not simple. You need to learn from the source before you can get it very well. So, but we are good. I'm not the owner. You can see everybody here doing it, but I refined it. That's the difference. Don't change your strategy. Don't because you watch this video you want to go and change your. Don't change your strategy. What strategy work? But what you can do to perfect your strategy is to refine it. You can learn from this and add the little you learn from here to that your own. But if you know that your strategy is very bad, maybe you have not mastered, or you wish that maybe you will trade the same pattern, you can come and ask some questions, ask for some inquiries, you know. Although, so peace out.